Hello, my name is Himanshu and I am a student of Arma Better. This is my third capstone project which name is a cardiovascular risk prediction. The project type is a classification and I have done this project individually. Here this picture I downloaded from a Google and before starting this project I give some project summary. Cardiovascular heart disease is a medical condition that affects the heart and the blood vessels. It is one of the leading cause of morbidity and mortality worldwide. Developing a classification machine learning model of cardiovascular heart disease can be crucial in predicting and diagnosing the risk of conditions. In this project, I am going to make a machine learning model that can predict after 10 years whether the patient will have a cardiovascular heart disease or not with the best accuracy. The classification goal is to predict whether the patient has a 10-year risk of future coronary heart disease. The dataset provides the patient information. It includes nearly 3,390 records with the 17 attributes. It shows our rows and it shows our columns. Here I mention my GitHub link. Let's begin. Know your data. First, I import some libraries to complete this project. Project name is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and so many. Then I download this data from Google Drive. Here we load this data. Then next we see the first 5 rows of our column, our data set, and then we see the shape of our data set, how much row and columns are available in this rows and this columns. Here next we see some information how many types of data are available in our data set, like floating, integers, object. Total 17 columns are available, 9 floats are 9, integer are 6, and object are 2. Then we check the duplicate value. Is any duplicate value are available or not? There are no duplicate row are available in our data set. Then next we check the missing value or null value. We see some null value are present in some columns, education, cigarette per day, and so many other. Then we see it through a graphical form. The dataset contains 3,390 observations with the 17 attributes. It has some categorical and continuous feature. It also consists some null values in 7 columns, namely education, cigarettes per day, BP, medication, total cholesterol, BMI, and glucose. Heart rate has only one null value. Next we check our dataset columns. We see there are these names are these are our column names: ID, age, education, sex, is smoking, cigarette per day, BMI. Next we understand our variables. ID show a unique identification of the patient age, education of the patient, gender, sex shows gender, is smoking, whether the patient currently smoking or not. 6 per day means cigarette smoke per day. BP meds shows whether taking a BP meds or not. Prevention stroke, if the patient has a history of the stroke. Prevention if the patient has a history of the hypertension, diabetes, patient has a diabetes or not. Total cost shows total cholesterol measure. 6 BP means BP measure. Diabetes means BP measures. BMI shows body mass index. Heart rate of measure. Glucose, blood glucose or blood sugar level in a milligram per deciliter. 10 years after 10 years of the patient will have the coronary heart disease or not. Next we show the target variables. 10 years coronary heart disease. We see again our data set. Here through a statistical method we see this represent a statistical form of our data: mean, standard, minimum, 25%, 50%, and 25 max. Then we check our unique value for each variables. ID have which it shows in a ID column how many are unique values, age column how many unique values are. Then we data wrangling. This shows our 5 columns, 5 rows of our data set. Then we copy the data into our data set in a data. Then we check our shape of data. Then we next step is our data cleaning. First we drop ID column because because this is not a much important for this prediction. And then we check the column with the total null values. Total null value, here we see clearly education has 87 null values, a cigarette per day has 22, and so on. Through this method we check the total null values are present in our data set. Total 510 null values are present in our data set. Then after this we are checking whether the person is smoking, but there is no any cigarette per day mention. Yes, then we do this count the misfilled row and checking the whether the person is not smoking, but the number of cigarettes per day mention, value count of smoking columns, and so many. What all manipulated I have done, and inside you found. I made a copy of the original data set for the further processing. There is a mistake in the data observation in the smoking columns was yes, but the number of cigarette per day was 0 in the same observation of some particular patient. So I rectified by them assigning 0, assigning the no value in the smoking column where the number of cigarette per day is 0. Apart from that, I dropped the ID column because it is not going to help with any machine learning algorithms or any EDA. I also fill the null value in the categorical column with their mode and their continuous column with their median. Then we do a data visualization, storytelling, experimenting with the chart, understanding relationship between variables. I wanted to see the distribution of the dependent variables, so I choose the count plot here. Count plot gives the best visualization when it comes to seeing the count of the variable finite value. As we can see in the above count plot, there is approximately 3000 patients who have not the risk of coronary heart disease in 10 years. Besides, the almost 500 patients have the risk of the coronary heart disease in 10 years. Besides, the almost patient have the risk of it. Then we see a continuous feature, and here through this we are clearly see the in education most of most of the people are having only a class 1.0 education, whereas only a few patients has education of the class 4.0. We can see the actual number below 1.0 sex in this data 1923 female and 1446 male is smoking. Almost half of the total resident is smoking. Less than 200 resident are BP medication. Rare patient has the history of the prevent stroke. Almost 1000 resident has the history of the prevent hypertension. Less than 300 resident has a diabetes. Almost 500 resident has the risk of coronary heart disease. Visualize the continuous feature through the box plot. I pick the I pick the box plot here because it gives a better visualization to see the distribution of the continuous feature. Through the graph we can see that some outliers present in the data, but we are not going to treat the outlier here because, for example, if some patient has the highest heart rate and the total cholesterol, then obviously they are prone to cardiovascular heart disease. If we will remove those outliers, then the model will not be able to predict the accuracy. Next, we plot the distribution of numerical columns, and here I pick the histogram here because a histogram is an approximate representation of the distribution of numerical data, and I wanted to see the distribution of range of each numerical. As I seen from the above histogram, we understand that age range from 35 to 70 years is almost normally distributed, with most of the people belonging to an age of group 40. Cigarette smoke per day is an average are mainly 0 to 20 cigarettes per day prevent. Cholesterol range from 100 to 700 are most belonging to 150 to 35. Systolic BP range mainly from 100 to 200. Diagnostic BP range mainly from 60 to 120. BMI range mainly from 16 to 40. Heart rate range from the 40 to 100. We can understand from the data that it has a wide range of number, which indicate that the both healthy and unhealthy people are considered To get a clear understanding of the risk of the heart disease, all the categories play an important role, especially those which are on the higher end of the extreme number of may make a person more vulnerable heart disease. Bivariate analysis. Next, we do a bivariate analysis. Here we draw some graph. I choose the count plot here because I wanted to see the count of each class with respect to the target variable. Inside, we found the patient that belong to a class 1 education is having the highest risk of cardiovascular heart disease. As the class increase, the risk decrease. Males is having a slightly high risk as compared to the females. Patient who smoke is having bit or more risk as compared to the non-smoker. And the patient who is not having the BP meds is at high risk. This is only one of the visualization of the columns. 1 minute. This is only one of the visualization of the column. There are various factors. There are various factors that decide the risk of cardiovascular heart disease after taking like pace, cigarettes per day, and diabetes. Next, I use pair plot here because I wanted to see the best of set of features and relationship between two or more variables. The above pair plot explain bivariate analysis for all the numerical columns. We can understand that as cholesterol is low and systolic BP also remains low, systolic BP and diastolic BP have the positive relationship. Most of the diastolic BP, systolic BP and BMI have. But then we are going to draw a correlation. Checking the correlation among the features through the heat map. The insight that I got from the above correlation heat map are diabetes and glucose show a very high correlation among them. The reason behind that is that diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, it is too high. Systolic BP and diabetes BP show a high correlation among them, and both also show a high correlation and prevention. Cigarette per day and the heart rate show some negative correlation with the age. Next, we feature engineering. Note: I am not going to deal with the outliers because it is a healthcare data. Removing outlier from this data will lead to us to loss of some valuable or very important information that can be deteriorate my machine learning model prediction. For example, if the patient has a very high heart rate, that means that the patient is prone to cardiovascular heart disease. We can make a new column pulse pressure here because the top number of systolic minus the bottom number is the pulse pressure. It helps to reduce the column also. Making a new column means pulse pressure. I am going to draw both columns apart from the I will also drop a smoking column because we can get the same information from the number of cigarette per day. Then categorical encoding the sex column and handling the class imbalance. I can see here that it is a high imbalance data set. In an imbalanced data set, the prediction of the machine learning model will be biased. To overcome this problem, we have a multiple method, but I am going to throw a some. This is a technique generate synthetic data from the minority class. Then we are doing data pre-processing and data splitting and machine learning model implementation. After this, we are going a model with their accuracy score, checking the model with the accuracy score. From the model building section, we can understand the best models are random forest and XGB classifier. Between these two, random forest is overfitting to some extent but perform well on the test data as well compared to the other models. Hence, we will try and improve the performance of the random forest model and the hypermeter tuning. Then we done our final model. After this, we do a cross validation and a hypermeter tuning. For this case, the recall score becomes very important as the world wants less false negative numbers, which basically predict that a person does not have a risk of heart disease when he actually does. Hence that is another reason of choosing random forest as a model. In a Jupyter environment, please return this cell so HTML represent a trust on notebook. After this, as we can see, there is not that much impact of hypermeter tuning on the model. Overfitting has been reduced while maintaining the score derived from the model. Installing shape, and through this we represent. I have completed this project with the help of Google, ChatGPT, and YouTube. Uh, I have done lot of work to complete this project. Thank you.